Have you ever gone to check something that you were so sure that was still yours, only to discover that someone has changed it without telling you? And when you asked what happened, somehow you ended up feeling like you were the one causing problem? This happened to me, and it started with two words on a screen: account not found. I was trying to check the balance on an account that I've been using for more than a year. I thought maybe the bank system was having a problem. I called them. The customer care on the phone asked for my details and checked the account. Then she said something that completely confused me. She said, "Ma'am, this account was updated 4 months ago and you were removed as a joint signee to the account." And I remember going quiet after hearing it. 4 months ago. And nobody told me. Then she asked me if I wanted to know who authorized the change. Well, I didn't ask her to tell me because I already knew who did. There were just two of us on the account, and he was the only one that has the whatever to remove me from the account. And you know what? When I got home, I didn't confront him that night. I actually just needed some time to process exactly what I heard, because part of me was still hoping that there was an innocent explanation to why that happened. Maybe there was a mistake. Maybe he has forgotten to tell me. Maybe I had misunderstood what the bank woman told me. I went through some old documents on my phone, and that was when I found something. A form. I recognized that form immediately because he had given me a form like that a while back. He said it was for my signature because he wanted us to switch banks where the rates are better or something like that. And because I thought it's what couples do, I signed. I trusted him enough to sign that document without actually proofreading and reading through it. I trusted him enough to sign that document. And when I confronted him about it, I was surprisingly very calm about it. I asked him about the account. I told him what the bank said, and he was not shocked. He said it was simpler that way, that since he managed finances better, that he felt that was the best thing to do. He now went on to ask me that since I didn't use the account for much, what exactly was my problem? And I remember standing there, trying to find the right words. Because the problem wasn't really about the account. The problem was that I had signed something, trusting the person that gave it to me blindly. And he knew exactly what that paperwork was for, and he didn't bother to explain exactly what it means. And then he said something that I've heard before in different situations. And he said, "If you don't trust me with money, I don't know what else to say." And then somehow that sentence worked on me again. And I softened. I said, "Oh, no, no, it's not because I don't trust you. It's not that I don't trust you. I just wish you had told me about it." Now, did you listen to what I was saying? I was the one whose name was removed from the account. I was the one that is supposed to be getting explanation about what happened and why he took that step. But I ended up being the one reassuring him that I trusted him, and so on and so forth. And then I apologized. I apologized for the confusion about why I didn't trust him enough to have removed my name from a bank that had my name, that I added him on. And looking back at that now, I think that is the part that bothers me the most. At that time, I had started seeing a pattern in the way those conversations always started and how it ended. Something will happen that should have been a simple question, and I'll ask ask him about it. And instead of me getting an answer to that, he will switch it around and turn it about, it will become about how I asked him that question, why I asked him that question, and why I don't trust him enough. Like the switch, it is no longer about what he did. It has turned into how I took it, how I responded, how my face was when I was asking the questions and all whatnot. And at the end of each of these conversations, I will always end up being the one apologizing just to keep the peace. And by this time, something inside me had already shifted, because this is no longer something that I could easily explain away. My name had been removed. There was a paperwork. There was a name. There was a date. There was a clear change that happened without me knowing. And that same week, something else happened. And that is something I have genuinely never told anyone before. And that was the thing that finally cracked the picture that I was trying so hard to protect. What I experienced here was financial control and manipulation. Removing someone's access to shared financial accounts without properly telling them is a serious case of financial control. And when that person makes you feel guilty for questioning what happened, the issue becomes bigger than money. If you have ever discovered that someone made a serious financial decision that concerns you without telling you, and then turned around and made you feel like you were wrong for questioning it, you are not alone. Please don't blame yourself for trusting someone. Trust is not stupidity. And if you have experienced something similar, you can share your story in the comments. You never know who might read it and then realize that they are not the only person that this sort of thing has happened to. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, now is the time to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you will get these videos daily as they upload. Now, tomorrow's video is different because on that video, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened the same week that I've never told anyone before. It was the moment that it dawned on me that I could no longer make excuses for what I was seeing, feeling, or experiencing. I'll see you tomorrow.